Hello to everyone and welcome to another update on the market. For today, I decided to cover British pound versus US dollar. I will speak about the coal market, crude oil and Bitcoin versus US dollar. I will start with the British pound versus US dollar first. This is the hourly time frame. And what I found here this morning, and actually during the Asian session, is that we had actually a breakout of this contraction. Basically a consolidation to the downside. But what is interesting here is there is a big underlying support around 1.2, 100, 105 mark. And market reacted actually quite impulsive of that support, which may be a sign that this can be a false breakout, the way how it progressed and the way how the buyers reacted. So in this example, let's build two scenarios around. So one scenario would be, of course, this to be like a false breakout, and if we can regain this tail at 1.2, 145, there is a chance for the back up into this range again, 1.2, 175, even 1.2, 200 mark. This will mean that this will be a false breakout of this rising trend line. From the other side, if we can clear this low and retake 1.2, 100, let's say 1.2, 110, if we can reclaim this hold below, then there is a chance for the lower prices. And the next downside reference points I have is pin bar area from here, from let's say beginning of October, and we have the lows around 1.2055 and 1.2040. So here, this will be interesting to see. If the supply is still strong, the market will be able to take the low below the 1.2, 110. And then if we can hold below, that's a good positive structure for the downside. If this supply will not result with taking this low, and we retake the high at 1.2, 145, then potential back into the range will be an option. Now, speaking of the gold market, we spoke about this breakout, this consolidation, and the strong demand. So market reached the upside objectives from the previous day. We spoke about an upside scenario. Even broke here to 1960 mark, then sold off, tried to rally, and then now it's in consolidation. Still, demand is in control. We got some supply trend line, most recent one, and there is now this even mini breakout of this channeling mode. For me, as long the gold can hold, above 1927, there is the buyers are in control. But this is the very important pivot level. If you see here, we have the major highs there from September. And this is why the market became volatile and got some sell-off around this pivot level. So two scenarios here. Let's say if the market can retake the lows at 1944 and hold below, there is a chance for test of this rising trend line in this area around 1930, 1935 or 1930 mark. That will mean that this probably can be like a ABC bigger, like something like an ABC structure. In case of the upside, if the upside can hold and we clear the 1955 and hold above, then there is a chance for retest of 1972 or 1980 mark. So those are the two scenarios that I'm observing at this point on the gold. Now, speaking of the crude oil market, is in a heavy consolidation. We're building basically a contraction here. We have a series of the higher lows and higher highs in the background. And this is a very important pivot area around 87.40 and 88 mark. Here, let's speak about the two scenarios. Obviously, the market can break upside and hold above. Let's say above the 88.90. Then we can see a higher price and maybe retest of 89.80 or 89.90 mark. From the other side, if market can break to the downside, clear this pin bar low at 87.50 and hold below, then there is a chance for the lower prices and potential retest of 86 area, which is that we got a lows here in the background. So consolidation in the progress here and potential breakout. And speaking of the Bitcoin, it's also in a heavy consolidation. You can see here the rectangle with a support at 28,000 and resistance around 29,000 or 28,900. And I would like to see the breakout initially to, let's say if market can break and hold below 28,000. And if the rally is weak, so we can see potential downside move towards the 27,500 or even 27,000 mark. Now, if the market can break upside and hold this resistance at 28,800, there is a chance to retest the pin bar territory between the 29,500 and 29,990 mark. So that will be all for this update, guys. I hope that you did enjoy. Have a good day, trade safe, and speak to you from tomorrow morning.